आज के वीडियो में हम 9 ऐसे साइड हसल के आइडियाज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं जिससे आप हर महीने लाखों रुपए कमा सकते हैं। हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम टू इनसाइडर ज्ञान। माय नेम इज सौमी। मैं एक आईआईटी दिल्ली एंड आईएसबी हैदराबाद की ग्रेजुएट हूँ। फॉर द लास्ट ऑलमोस्ट 10 years आई हैव बीन वर्किंग इन मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टिंग एंड बैंकिंग, एंड इस चैनल पे मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करती हूँ सो दैट इट कैन हेल्प सम ऑफ यू गाइज गेट सम डायरेक्शन इन योर करियर जर्नीज एज वेल। सो अगर आपको उसमें एंथू है, इंटरेस्ट है और जानने में, कंसिडर सब्सक्राइबिंग टू द चैनल। आज के वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट साइड हसल्स। Side hustles have become the way to go these days. It's becoming more and more mainstream to have one primary source of income and then one side hustle or a secondary source of income. पेंडेमिक के टाइम ऑब्वियसली हमें पता चल ही गया है कि अगर हमारे पास एक ही सोर्स ऑफ इनकम है तो वो कभी भी जा सकती है, एंड विच इज वाई वी नीड सम अदर सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम टू कीप आवर लाइव्स गोइंग। सो मल्टीपल इनकम स्ट्रीम्स के थ्रू रिस्क को डाइवर्सिफाई करना काफी मेन स्ट्रीम हो गया है। इनफैक्ट अ लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज ऑल्सो दीज डेज आर एक्नॉलेजिंग साइड हसल्स। यू नो, इनिशियली जब मैंने काम करना शुरू किया था तब ऑल दीज बिग कंपनीज दे वुड हैव स्ट्रिक्ट पॉलिसीज दैट यू कैन नॉट हैव अनदर सोर्स ऑफ इनकम, बट नाउ is not the case. Okay, so the 9 side hustle ideas that I'm going to talk about in today's video are from my personal experience. I have either been there and done that, or I have used these services myself. इसके कारण मुझे idea है कि per hour of effort that you put in, how much is your earning potential? And the best part is these days, even learning some of these skills has become very, very easy. You can just go on YouTube or buy some really cheap courses on Udemy and upskill yourself. So learning to provide some of these services itself is not that difficult as well. Anyway, let's get started. Side hustle number 1. Let's get the most obvious one out of the way, which is content creation. Now, काफी सारे लोग आजकल सोशल मीडिया पे कंटेंट क्रिएट करते हैं and they're trying to put out their point of views on social media and trying to build a community around it and building a personal brand for themselves, right? The content that I create on YouTube, मैं भी वही कर रही हूँ. I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to create content to build a community around it. And it has become more and more important these days to have online presence and have, like an online portfolio, even if you don't want to become a content creator. But creator economy as such is booming. And if you really want to create content as your part-time gig, then that's a great place to be in. There are so many ways you can monetize your online presence. Number 1 is, of course, आप brands के साथ काम कर सकते हैं. You can work for brands, charge them a particular money and promote their product in some way. Second way is also to build a business around your online presence. See, पूरा game personal brand का है. Once you have a certain following of people who sort of aligns with your vision, with what you have to talk about, then tomorrow if you build a product or a service which can help add some value to your audience, they'll obviously be more than happy to get your services in exchange of a price, right? So that's how monetization of content creation works. And काफी पैसा है इस field में, which is why more and more people are coming in. Of course, the space is very competitive. अंकुर वारिकू ने लास्ट ईयर एक वीडियो रिलीज किया था, हाउ मच ही अर्नड लास्ट ईयर इन 2021, and the value was freaking 12 crore rupees. That was, of course, his revenue, not profit. He obviously had a lot of expenses, but even after expenses, it was about 3 to 4 crores. I mean, वो एक बहुत ही बड़े scale पे कर रहे हैं सब कुछ, उनका 1 million plus follower base है. So it's a different game for him altogether. But if you want to be at that stage at some point in life, you have to start now, right? So one is that, and even if you don't want to reach that scale, at a much lower scale, you can easily earn, or rather generate a revenue of 1 crore by being a small scale creator as well. The second side hustle that I want to talk about is social media manager. Now think of it, as more and more creators are coming into the market, they obviously want to keep creating content on a more consistent basis. And honestly, एक इंसान के लिए सब कुछ करना on the social media platforms, it sometimes gets difficult, mainly because, to get the attention of the audience, you have to keep churning content on a very, very regular and consistent basis. And that is possible only when you have invested in processes and teams who can help you create that on a consistent basis. And this is where a social media manager plays a huge role, because this person can come in and support a creator in organizing their life. They can maintain calendars for you कि कौन से दिन कौन सा content piece जाना चाहिए. They can also help you repurpose some of the content from one platform into another. And as a social media manager, the main skills that you need are, number one, a good knowledge about the social media platforms. Secondly, organization skills. And thirdly, if you have a hard skill like graphic designing or writing or copywriting, that can go a long way as well. Earning potential in social media management, it's easily about 7 to 10,000 rupees for 6 to 7 hours of work every week, which means that if you put a full week of work, which is typically about 40 hours, you can easily earn about 25 to 50,000 every week, and that amounts to about 1 to 2 lakhs every month. The third side hustle that I want to talk about now is video editing. Now, video editors have a huge role to play in the creator economy these days because video content has become very, very popular. People want to see videos, and more importantly, video content helps build a much stronger connect with your audience as well versus a written form of content or a pictorial content. And combined with the fact that video editing is not a very easy skill to have, you need a little bit of, you will have a learning curve, and of course you can bring in a lot of creativity into this space as well. So just given that fact, video editor is a very attractive field to be in if you can dedicate a little bit of time in learning that skill. More often than not, in the creator economy, creators would like to ideate different topics, they would like to direct, but editing is a little bit more of a mundane job, and it's a bit of an operational kind of a job. So that's why people like to outsource that. And it's also a specialist skill. So not everyone can pick up editing for you. You need specific people to do that. If you know a little bit of video editing, trust me, the entry barrier for others is quite high. So you are already at a good place. Now, if I talk about the earning potential for video editing, काफी vary कर सकता है because there are different kind of videos. There are, of course, very simple kind of videos which I make, which are just plain sit down kind of videos. Then there could be so much creativity in creating, say, travel videos, or in normal vlog kind of videos, or even in plain informational videos. There could be a lot of elements coming in. There are, of course, entertainment kind of videos. So काफी vary कर सकता है video editor का charge price. But I have some of my notes over here where I was doing a little bit of estimation. I think for simple videos, a video editor will charge you anywhere from, say, 300 to 1000 rupees per video edit. And for the complex ones, it can even go up to like 10,000 per video, but at least about 3,000 per video. Let's just say that an average edit time for a video is about 1 to 2 hours. So at that rate, about 500 rupees, say for instance, per video, the earning potential is going to become 500 into 8. 8 is the number of hours you have in a day, into 22, because typically 22 days in a month, and that can result in about 50 to 90,000 a month. That is just at the entry level of video editing. So if you get a little bit of expertise, then it can go 1 lakh, 2 lakh, and of course if you're editing complex videos, then it can even go to 4-5 lakhs per month. The fourth side hustle idea that I want to talk about is online coaching. Now, pandemic के time आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, India में everyone has become very, very receptive to online courses, online coaching, and internet के ज़माने में, of course, peer-to-peer learning has taken a huge boost, which means I am more eager to learn from not a teacher, but a peer of mine who has some proven results to show to me, right? And this comes from a personal experience because I have done online coaching myself as well. I have been mentoring quite a few MBA aspirants in their MBA journeys. I have a few online courses as well. If you want to check them out, shameless promo, but you can check them out in the description. But because I have done this, I know for a fact that there's so much potential in monetizing this aspect. कुछ भी skill हो आपके पास, you can productize it. You can either make a recorded course out of it, or you can take some webinars, etc., with people who are interested to learn from you. You can be a business coach, you can be a MBA coach like me, you can be a career coach. I know a lot of, say for instance, Instagrammers or people who have grown on YouTube. They have courses which can help others become a YouTuber or become good at growing a community on Instagram. And honestly, online coaching and course creation is a space where there's absolutely no limit to how much you can earn. It really depends on how much money you have to invest in the marketing side of things. So how do you go about it? You can go about it two ways. One is a pre-recorded module version, which people can buy any time of the day, and then they can just go through the pre-recorded modules. Or it can be like a live session where you are going live and teaching the other people something. Or it can be a combination of both. And of course, coaching में तुम अपना community जो भी तुमने बनाया होगा वो तो use करोगे ही. You will have to find out people from your community who are interested in buying that service from you. But the scale is going to come when you take those proven results from within your community and promote that outside your community. उसके लिए पैसे लगते हैं, right? Digital marketing में. So depending on how much money you have, your earning potential can be 1 crore, it can be 2 crore, it can be 50 crore. It really depends on the scale. Bare minimum, however, a few lakhs a month shouldn't be an issue if you have a proven product in the market. And this is exactly where the fifth side hustle idea comes into play, which is digital marketing or learning to run ads on social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. जैसे कि मैंने बोला, the major growth from any kind of product or a service that you have in the market, be it in online coaching space or outside, even if you have a product like a shoe or a dress that you have to sell, the scale is going to come when you are able to go outside your current community to a larger audience. और उसके लिए हर इंसान को Facebook ad या Instagram ads वगैरह का knowledge होना चाहिए, because these days everyone is spending so much time on social media that ads on social media work the best versus, ads on TV or billboards, etc. The biggest benefit for we as someone who sells these things is also that running these ads is very, very affordable. You can start from as low as 5,000, 10,000 rupees also. And in fact, even less than that, for 100 rupees, you can float and see what kind of result it is bringing. 100 rupees is obviously not going to bring you great results, but at least चीजें सीखने के लिए it's a good investment. Again, digital marketing is a little bit of technical space जिसके लिए आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा skill चाहिए, तो थोड़ा सा सीखने की ज़रूरत है by investing in say a Udemy course or something else, and then a lot of it comes from practice by actually using some of the money to get results. थोड़े से technical terms भी है इस field में, like impressions, click-through rate, engagement, retargeting, those kind of things. And अगर आपने थोड़ा सा भी invest किया है time to understand these things, then that can give you the benefits for a really, really long time. If I talk to you about the earning potential in this space, roughly I would say अगर आप एक client का 1 lakh का budget, marketing budget handle कर रहे हो, about 15%, which is like 15,000 rupees, should be what you get as a commission. But the beauty is digital marketing is very, very scalable. आपको जैसे जैसे और experience होता जाएगा, right? 1 lakh का अगर 10 लाख हो जाएगा तो आपका income तो बढ़ जाएगा by 10 times, right? 15,000 का 1.5 लाख हो जाएगा पर महीने. But आपका जो time commitment है वो 10 times नहीं बढ़ेगा, because you would have so much experience that you will be able to manage all the 10 clients in 5 hours time, say for instance. So that way is very scalable and difficult for me to put a specific number, but 1 lakh के budget में 15,000 is a good one for someone who has about 1.5 years of experience or even 2 years of experience. Yeah. The sixth skill that I wanted to talk about is website development. As more and more people are showcasing their work in different ways, of course, social media is one way. The other way is to have your own website. Having your own website not only helps you in showcasing your work, but it also helps in tracking how many people are coming to your platform, how many people are interested in your product, and accordingly you can target them with ads as well. So website के तो बहुत सारे फायदे हैं. You can also build like written content on your website, right? You can have a blog, etc. These days, website building is not very difficult as well. Gone are the days when you actually had to code websites. These days, there are so many website builders in the market like Wix, Squarespace, that you can easily use them to build beautiful websites. You can build about 1 or 2 pages in say 5 or 10,000 rupees. And even though it's not difficult, a lot of people would want to outsource this work because, like I said, it's a bit of an operational work. So you can earn a lot of money doing website development. And again, I won't be able to put a specific number, but 5 to 10K for 1 or 2 pages is average. And to build 1 or 2 pages, right, you will probably not need more than 1-2 hours because it's all about designing how, from a UI perspective, how good it looks. Content, of course, comes in from someone else, like a copywriter or someone. And that's where side hustle number 7 comes into play, which is copywriting. Copywriting is essentially writing, but it's a slightly specialized way of writing because normal writing is something that you do for pleasure or for someone else to just read through. But copywriting, you write with the intent of someone else, whoever is reading, to make them take some action. And when you have to ask someone else to take some action, it needs a little bit more of persuasion, slightly specialized kind of writing, I would say, which is persistent and persuasive, and it can actually make whoever is reading click on the link that you have. Whenever someone's building a website, the content, the written content for that website is something that would come from a copywriter typically. And again, difficult for me to put a number to this, but it also depends a lot on the amount of expertise you bring. These are all scalable skills, which means once you learn them, you can take 10 clients easily, 10, 15, 20 clients. And the more you practice, the less amount of time you have to spend per client. Easily 5 to 10K per 1 or 2 pages of a website you can charge. Since we are on writing, let's talk about side hustle number 8, which is content writing. Now, content writing is where you are actually writing things like Instagram captions or filling in content in the YouTube description boxes, or you are writing newsletters for a content creator. If you like writing, then this is a great space for you to be in, to just write relatable content, understand what the sentiments are of the content creator and put that into words to sort of reach out to their readers or audiences. Let's talk about earning potential in content writing. You can easily earn about 500 rupees for every 200, 300 words, I would say. 200, 300 words is a very short paragraph, yeah. But लिखना ही सिर्फ काम नहीं है. When you are writing, you have to do a bit of research also. So let's say it takes about 1 hour to do a bit of research for a 300-word article or a short post. So अगर आप 8 घंटे काम करते हैं, so that amounts to 500 into 8 equal to 4,000 rupees per day, which is almost about 1 lakh per month. With that, I come to the last side hustle, and this is probably slightly more difficult to learn. This is sales funnel building. आप लोगों ने कभी देखा होगा when you are scrolling Instagram, there's a sponsored post which asks you to click the link and get a free ebook in return. It's as simple as that. It's a absolutely free ebook. Why would people do that for free? And if it's a sponsored post, why would people spend money to put it in front of your eyes, right? Have you guys ever thought of it? The reason is because if you click on that link, whoever is at the back end, they know that you are interested in this product. You automatically go into their sales funnel, which means that they are building a repository of all these interested people, and tomorrow they can reach out to you via email or whatever to sell something that they have, something of more value, which they can charge money from you as well. इस पूरे tactic को sales funnel बोलते हैं. The free ebook or any kind of freebie that you have is just the opening of the funnel, and then there are some people who might be interested in further value-added products as well. आपने ये भी notice किया होगा कि when you have to click to get that ebook or something, you have to enter your email. And then, of course, there are a series of emails that you get for the next 7 to 8 days, nurturing you and giving you more value and also positioning something additional which has a cost associated with it. But these emails are of course not sent to you manually, right? There's an automated process behind it. There are a lot of apps these days which help you in sales funnel building as well. All these emails are automated in the back end. So a combination of all of these, drafting those emails, automating the emails, setting the process, when is the email going to go out to the other people, what kind of emails will go to what kind of segments depending on what action they have taken so far. In सब का package को sales funnel building बोलते हैं, and this is a very special kind of a skill set. You can start building it by learning something on Udemy or like Coursera kind of a platform, and then by offering your services either for free or for a very less amount to some of these people who are in need of the service, because the more you practice, the more you learn the rules of the game. Since this is quite a specialist kind of a niche kind of a skill, you can charge higher money for this. So for one client to build like a complex sales funnel, you can easily charge 30 to 50,000, even 1 lakh. I mean, मेरे को कई लोगों ने 1 lakh, 2 lakh का कोट भी किया हुआ है, which I think that comes from a place of a lot of experience, but that is possible as well. But even for simple funnels, I have always paid like 15,000 rupees as well at beginner kind of a level, just to give you an idea कि कितना कमा सकते हो आप sales funnel से. So yes, these are all the 9 side hustles I wanted to talk about in this video. सबसे अच्छी बात तो ये है कि entry barrier बहुत कम है इन skills में. आप आसानी से ये skills को सीख सकते हो to and provide these services and make these your side hustles. And then if you like it, then at some point you can do it full time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more beautiful side hustle ideas, please leave them in the comments below. And that's it. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to see you soon. Till then, bye.